Hi, it's Tara T. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you're new here. I do market days, I do market vlogs, I do all kinds of things crochet here on my channel. Please feel free to stick around and subscribe if you enjoy any of this content. But today's video, I'm going to be trying out some new yarns, okay? So if you watched my last video, you know that I got some new yarns from Temu. Temu has decided to sponsor this video, and you can use the QR code on the screen or the link down in the description and enter my code DQC6959 on the app search bar to get a coupon bundle, and new users can get the mentioned items as well for only $1. Please check it out and see if there's any items you're interested in trying, and I appreciate you guys being here for this sponsored video. I wanted to get some yarns from Temu just to kind of see if I would like a different supplier, a different kind of yarn. I also don't use velvet yarns a lot, and these like small chenille yarns as well, and I can't ever find like the Parfait Chunky Red, and I recently kind of got back into Parfait Chunky and Sweet Snuggles Light, so I wanted to try to find like another brand that could kind of fill in those gaps and I could use it for like small things here and there. So I found this yarn. So I found these two colors on Temu. And then I found another brand on there that I thought was really cute, and they had some interesting colors that I didn't have yet. So I wanted to get these and these two greens. And then I got a blue and a purple. And I actually have two of each of those. And then I got, oops, I dropped some of them on my desk because I can't hold them all at the same time. And then I got these fuzzy yarns as well in my little Temu haul, which are like fuzzy yarns. They're pretty cool. They're like single corded too, which is what I kind of was looking for, was a yarn like that. And then I got just some neutral colors to maybe make some little mini kittens out of. And then this blue one just looked really cool, so so I got the blue one as well. But on the last video, everybody was commenting some really good ideas on what to make with this yarn, including like, again, little like cats or dogs. A lot of people said like an owl, or I had somebody comment and say that I should try to make a cookie monster out of this yarn because it's very cookie monster, and I would agree. And I tried to find a pattern that was on the smaller side because I like to do smaller, more efficient projects, and I couldn't find one. So, oops. So if you have a good little like mini cookie monster pattern, please let me know down in the comments because I'm looking for one so I can try this yarn out with. But I wanted a good project where I could kind of try these all at once. And so I think I'm going to look on Etsy real quick. We're going to find a pattern together, and then we're going to dive into using some of these yarns. Now I will say I have used one of these yarns already. I did use the red, which is, I was going to say there was a yarn tail hanging out, which is why there's a yarn tail hanging out, because I already used the red. I wanted to make a red snake, and I just talked about this in my last video. I can't find a good red chenille anywhere. And so the best I could find was like the gumdrop, like speckled red. But again, that's like a striped yarn, like self-striped yarn. So you can't just get red. But I mixed it with like a white velvet yarn, and it's very candy cane, and it turned out very well. The quality of the yarn was actually very nice. It worked very well with this velvet yarn at the same weight. So they added up to be just a little bit thicker than Sweet Snuggles, a little bit more structured than Sweet Snuggles together. But that's what I use for all of my snakes, and it honestly worked perfectly for that, just like I was hoping, because I wanted to test and see if I got all of these velvet yarns that they would still work to mix together to make some cool pattern snakes, and it's going to be perfect for that. So I'm very excited about that. So we already did the red, so I'm kind of looking for something more on like the green or the purple and blue side. So, and then something that incorporates fuzz somehow. So let's look and see what we can find. Okay, I'm gonna start with the Cookie Monster pattern, see if I can find something small again on Etsy. All I'm seeing is like acrylics. And they're kind of on the bigger side of acrylics, so I'm afraid that if I do anything else, it's gonna turn out too big. Okay, let's try searching for an owl pattern. I'd like to have a pattern that already has like, because I know that patterns have like the fuzz built into like a couple rows, or you go back and you like surface crochet on like the fuzzy colored yarn, and that's really what I'm looking for this fuzz yarn for a small project before this market. So I need to find something that already has the fuzz on it, and I can't find an owl pattern that just has like a little bit of fuzz on like the stomach already or something. A lot of these have like just like little V's like embroidered onto like the belly side of things, or they have like a special like ripple stitch, kind of like front loop only, where it kind of just looks like it ruffles a little bit. So that's not quite what I'm looking for at this time though. Ooh, a dragon would be cool. These dragons have surface crocheted fuzz on them, but I want something smaller than that. Ooh, what about a moth? Let's search that really quickly. Ooh, there's some good options in here. They have like the little bit of fuzz kind of around their neck or on their bellies or on their antennas. So that would be like the perfect amount of just like a little bit of fuzz on the pattern. Ooh, I think I found it. I think I found it. How about we're gonna do Maeve the Moth. This pattern's by FOXANDFEYCROCHET on Etsy. The pattern itself has 4 stars. The shop only has 304 sales so far, and they have quite a few patterns on here. Some like Pokemon characters, like a fuzzy owl, but it looks really big. I don't want to do an owl that big right now. It looks like it's also done in like a smaller weight yarn, maybe like a Parfait Chunky, or a velvet yarn. It almost looks like Juicy Couture yarn. So I think that would be perfect for like my velvety yarns. So I'm gonna get that pattern. It's on a sale right now too, so it's only $2.60. So let's do that. But I'll put like a little picture of it up here. But that just means we gotta decide what color to do. Let me show you some choices and you can help me decide. So like I think like a purple body with like the blue wings or vice versa would be really cute, but I think I want to go with something a little more earthy almost for this project. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna do like the sage green and the dark green, but then it has the fuzz like around the neck or the collar area. This option, I really do like these together, but again, I want to go more earthy, and I feel like the grayish black there is just not the vibe. I do like this. I think it would work up really well around the collar, but I don't think it's the vibe either. But this one's really cute, but it's just not quite giving moth. It's really just giving cheetah print. Actually, this one's really not that bad. This one's not that bad. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do this one, and then I have some like smaller white eyes that I think would be really cute. They obviously use like white eyes, like painted eyes with like the sparkles around the edges, which are very cute, but I don't have any eyes like that. But I do have solid white eyes that I used on my Zeke the Zombie in a previous video, and I bought a whole pack of those, so I think that would be really cute to use on this too, and give me a chance to use some more white eyes. We're gonna use these 2 colors. I think I'm gonna do the sage green because I like it more for the body, because obviously you use more of it, and then we'll see where we get. I'm gonna work up this pattern. I'm going to give you guys a little b-roll, and then I'll be back to talk about how much I liked these yarns, and especially how much I liked using this yarn. So I've started using this yarn, and it is smaller than I have ever used before. It is so tiny that I am using a 3.5. A 3.5? Are you kidding me? A 3.5? Me? I will say on this yarn already, the magic circle was a little hard to make, and I didn't really know what hook size to use initially. Like, it doesn't have like the yarn label, like the yarn guide on it and everything. So like I didn't know what hook size to use. So we're on round 4 already. It's going pretty fast. The biggest round is 36 on this head. So wish me luck. Okay, we're back with a little update. I have finished the body. You're supposed to sew on the arms after, but I went ahead and added 1 more row because I think with the head and this yarn being so small, it needed at least 1 more little row right there, especially since it's gonna have like the fuzz around the neck as well. So I added one more row and just went ahead and sewed in the arms. I've already decided that sewing with this yarn, it is falling apart a little bit, which is kind of disappointing. So I'm gonna use a green yarn that I have. I'm gonna use this little green acrylic skein because I think it matches. Dang, it matches like really closely. Okay, pop off with the color match. So I'm gonna sew it on with acrylic. I know a lot of people already do this for like chenille projects and velvet projects because the yarn falls apart and pulling on it, it just makes me a little uneasy, especially with this yarn. So I'm just gonna sew it together with acrylic. This pattern also, as you saw in the picture, has like ears, like big ol' ears, and I don't want to make those big ol' ears honestly in this yarn. And then I got to thinking about it and I was like, moths don't technically have ears either, so I'm just gonna surface crochet some like a chain out and a slip stitch down for like little antennas. I think it'll at least need like the little antennas, so I'm gonna surface crochet those on after as well. And then the only other thing we have is the wings. So I'm gonna make the wings right now. I just started. The yarn barf is real with these little skeins, but honestly I get through it so fast. Since the yarn's so thin, like trying to reach in perfectly as a center pull girly, this is always going to be an issue, okay? So I already got rid of the yarn barf with this one, and it honestly feels like I didn't even use that much of this yarn on this project already. But what else do you guys make with the velvet yarns? Because I have a whole bucket of it, and like I said, other than double straining it for snakes, I'm gonna need some more projects to use this up on. So I'm going to make the wings really quickly, sew it together, surface crochet on little ears, and then you do surface crochet around the neck after you sew on the head for like the little fuzz. And then I'll check back in and we'll see how this guy ends up turning out, hopefully. And then, like I said, we're gonna use this yarn too, so I'm gonna have to let you know how that goes. So I'm excited. I just wanted to take a moment to say I absolutely love how these little wings are made. These are just so stinking cute. And the way that she made them is actually so easy. I was kind of worried at first because once I saw the back, because the listing didn't have any pictures of like the backs of the plushies. Once I saw the back, I got a little scared because of the picture that's on here. But honestly, the easiest wings I've ever made for a project ever. These were so perfect, so easy. I loved it. So I'm going to attach the head with my acrylic yarn, and I think I have dark green to attach the wings. Okay, so the only other color of dark green I have is like this green, like very emerald green. So I think I'm just gonna use the sage green again because you'll be sewing it into the body anyways, so I think it'll blend in better that way. So I'm gonna use the sage green for both because again, this color match is so perfect, it'll blend right in. So I'm gonna attach the head to the body. I'm gonna step it a little bit more first. Head to the body, then attach the wings to the back, and then you add the details of the little fluff around the neck. So I'm gonna do that really quickly, and then I'll be back. Okay, I had to stop before I put on like the little wings on real quick because look at him. He's so stinking cute. He reminds me of something though, and I don't remember what. I don't know what it is, but he reminds me of something. What does he look like to you? What does he look like? He's so cute though. He's so cute. Okay, I finished our little project. Are you ready for all of this cuteness? In 3, 2, 1. Look at this little guy. Isn't he just so stinking adorable? He's so stinking cute. Okay, he's just the cutest. I love the fact that I decided to just embroider on or surface crochet on some little antennas. You do not realize how much time that saved me. These white eyes that I had ended up being perfect for this project. I tried a couple different colors to like add a little eye detail on it, and it just did not look right. Trust me, it did not look right, okay? But let me tell you guys, this furry yarn, it was perfect for this, okay? Imagining trying to crochet an actual full project out of this, I think I might die. I've obviously been experimenting with some fur yarns. I made the cute little ferrets. I've made a big loaf kitty and some little loaf kitties with like some fluffier yarns and stuff. and I'm starting to get the hang of it, and the realization that you literally can only feel your stitches through a project, and that's the only guidance you have. Like, you cannot see your stitches at all. But this yarn, like surface crocheting it on, was perfect. It did not shed, it did not like break, it did not anything. So this little guy just turned out so cute with these yarns, and I like how he's kind of like iridescent because we used the velvet. Yeah. So again, I ended up using a 3.5 for the majority of this project. I did go ahead and switch to my 5 whenever I surface crocheted on the fuzz, because this yarn weight, let me just show you, it is a little bit thicker, but again, it's like a corded base with like the fur through it, if that makes sense. It's almost like a fabric strip, kind of like an elastic strip with the fur through it, but it works up so nicely, and like I can't break it. So it's strong, it's durable, it's great so far. I can't wait to try and make something else out of this, like a full little like mini kitten, especially like specifically this one. It's giving cheetah print, and I really kind of want to make like a little baby cheetah out of it. So I'm excited. So be on the lookout for that in the future as well. Again, you can use my code. I'll put it up here on the screen, and I will link all the Temu information down below too, because that's where I got these yarns for this project. So if you want to check them out, feel free. There's all kinds of discounts and inclusions and stuff. You can find like the links for the exact products that I used to down in the link below. If you guys are interested in going and getting some and trying it for yourselves, feel free. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this project. I'm definitely going to have to double strand in the future for those velvet yarns because they are much thinner than I'm usually used to, but it was a good change of pace, and using such a small yarn actually like hurt my wrist a lot less, because the last like couple days I've been using Sweet Snuggles, like regular Sweet Snuggles with like a 7mm hook, and so my wrist has been hurting from like yanking around all that yarn, and this was like a nice little change of pace of like barely having to move my hand to like get this project done. So anyways, here's our little moth. I feel like we should give him a name, so go ahead and comment down below what you think we should name this little guy. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him to my market this weekend and see if anybody's interested in this little man, and we'll put a little price tag on him and go ahead and pack him in the market bag. We have a market this weekend. Cannot wait for it. I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, comment down below what you think we should name that little guy as well. And then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. It helps me out so much. If you're interested in more of this content, just check out my channel. And if you need me, you guys know where to find me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!